Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another live with Scratch Magazine. And I'm delighted to be joined today by Michelle and Chantel Porter from AcryGel. Welcome.
Hi.
Nice to see you both. And I mean, I've known you both for probably over 10 years now. But for those who haven't had the pleasure of meeting you both yet, if you could tell us a little bit about your backstory. So, Michelle, if we start with you.
Okay, I've been in the beauty and hairdressing industry all of my life, and I've been in the nail business for almost 30 years now. Came into the nail business, well, built up a company which is predominantly nails and training, which is obviously introduced different brands, and sales, marketing, and customer service. That's what I do, and love doing.
So breadth of experience in the industry, which has led to AcryGel, which we'll come on to in a minute. But Chantal, you've kind of followed in your mum's footsteps a bit, haven't you?
Yeah.
What's your story?
About 20 years now I've been in the industry. Big part of the AcryGel role for me really was kind of product launching and finding different products and brands and stuff, putting together, my opinion with mum's opinion and getting it all together in the company. Yeah. Then I kind of went off and did more of the training side of things. So I took control of, repping and, training and things for the company. And then, it's just training more or less for me is the training side of things now. And
product knowledge.
Yeah, product knowledge. Mum does everything else.
I think that's the beauty of having such a broad degree of experience within the industry and so many different facets of it. You've found what you thought was a gap in the market, and you've created this system that really fills that. So you've created AcryGel. So tell us a little bit about it.
Okay. During part of the building of the company, I'd got a liquid and powder, silks and fiberglass within the company brands. I was distributing for a very high-end, well-known, wonderful soak-off gel company, and that was great for a few years, but obviously wasn't our brand. So I went in search of a gel system, and this is where I came across the AcryGel concept that was in its infancy stage, just being put together as kind of the fact that you can have hybrid systems, which is a great concept. Really excited about it, and started the motion, looking at formulation, working on products which worked, the ones that that didn't, and that's how AcryGel grew. It was launched in Edinburgh 2005 as the first show we kind of worked at, which is such a long time ago now. Great. People were kind of a little bit weary at first because, in my opinion, it became like the fourth system. Obviously now you've got hybrid systems which are all developing, dipping systems, etc. But back then it was unique without a doubt. It kind of got lost a little bit within the cash and carry market. People was a little bit not sure how it works, so they kind of walked past and didn't quite understand what it was about. So that just took it away a little bit, really. Then as people tried, we did lots of company demonstrations. Chantal went doing lots of salon visits and trying to get people to understand the concept. And it's grown really from there. And of course, we've evolved even further.
And its benefits are that it's very durable. And what I've seen on your website, you've got so many reviews, lovely reviews on there from your customers saying how easy it is to apply. It's low odor or it's no odor, and it's just a nice, straightforward addition to their salon. I mean, what do you love about it? How would you sell it to us?
I believe the best of both worlds is just literally tells you exactly what it does. Flexibility and the clarity of UV gel, which kind of catches the interest of gel users, but the strength and durability, which is the acrylic part of the system, again speaks for itself. Acrylic users cannot find anything as strong as acrylic, therefore they don't want to come over to the gel market. But with AcryGel, you've got the best of both worlds. So literally, acrylic users, gel users, anyone can wear it. So that is the kind of unique selling point, really. It's one component. You don't need a base, you don't need a gloss gel. It does everything, sculpting, strong enough to form a sculptured nail enhancement, and also tip and overlay. So
I think for me as well, obviously I've got a salon as well as this side of the business. And I think for me, the fact that you can use one system that gives you, well, basically the best of both worlds is obviously our slogan, how we sell it, but it is so true. Mm-hmm. Like most gels that people will use in the industry, you have to be careful because they can, move a little bit. They're very flexible, so they do move a lot. Where when we add the acrylic powder, which I'm going to show you in a while, when you actually add the powder to it, it bulks it out, so it actually makes it more, easier to apply, but it also kind of, you get that acrylic feeling to it, which was always good for me because I was a massive acrylic user, never used gel until obviously we brought AcryGel in. So for me in the salon, and the girls that work with us in the salon now, they don't use anything else. We've got no need to.
Yeah. So you say it's quite a handy system to suit all client types. Are there any clients that you would say are the most common users of AcryGel, or those that suit it best?
It's kind of one of them systems that suits everybody, to be fair. I've had clients come through the door saying nothing works on me, I don't know how long this is going to last. Is it going to last me? And obviously as a new client, you never really know, because you've got to get used to that client, them nails that you're actually doing. But I never get to a point where I have anybody that says it's not suiting me, which is perfect for us, because you've got all walks of life coming through the door. So you just don't know what you're getting until they sat in front of you at a nail desk.
It's very true. Keeps it interesting, doesn't it? Interesting part of the job. And in the system, just before we start the demo, what are the core products that you have from prep to finish?
Okay, we have a dual prep and cleanse, which you can use to prep prior to any application, but you can also use this as to take away the sticky residue at the end of the treatment. We then have a AcryGel UV gel. This is available in pink, clear, and also white, so you can perform an excellent French manicure. We have two sizes in this, a 28 gram and also a 50 gram. A lot of our salons are now asking us, we need larger sizes, which is exciting. We're just launching a few more sizes soon too. You will use the primer, ideally, obviously, like anything, it assists adhesion. And then we've got a dual sealer at the end of it, which you can use to give a beautiful shine. You don't necessarily need the sealer if you're going to work with the gel polishers, because if obviously now people want an enhancement and they want natural, or they want clear and they want the gel polish, so it's very versatile, and you can work with a kind of
if you're doing a French like I'm going to show you today, you will finish with the AcryGel sealer, and you don't need anything else on the top. It just gives you that finish.
That's the job.
It's a very simple system.
How long would an overlay take, and be a short French?
Short French natural overlay on natural nails, you could probably do 30 to 45 minutes, obviously depending on the nail technician as well and how advanced she is. If I was to do a full set of French, you're looking anything between an hour and 15. But again, it does depend. I mean, the curing time is 3 minutes UV. So as long as with your curing times, for faster technicians, they'd use 2 lamps, one for each lamp. So there's lots of different ways, but it does depend on the nail technician who's using it.
Absolutely. Well, I think it's time that we see AcryGel in action.
Okay.
So we'll see you in a minute. And Michelle, you're going to talk through sort of step by step of what Chantel is showing us using the system. Is that correct? So we're just going to spotlight her now so that everyone can see a nice close up of what Chantel is doing on her lovely model here. So what are we kicking off with?
Well, because of the time wise today, what we've done is Chantel's already applied some nail tips to our model's hands, so that she hasn't got to, obviously not here to see the overlay. She's going to literally work on cleansing the nail with the prep and cleanse, which takes away any oils, debris, sticky residue. Cleaning the nail basically prior to applying a primer. I think we're going to do a tip and overlay first, pink and white French, and then obviously we'll do an infill afterwards while that's curing, if that's okay. Just move your hand slightly back a little bit, please, Iman. That's it. Thank you. Yeah, is that okay, Helena, there?
Lovely.
Yeah, excellent. Can you see there? Yeah, okay. So obviously primer allowed to dry, which is obviously we never apply any product to wet primed nails. And Chantal's going to do the white application first. As you know, with the French manicure, there are a couple of ways people prefer to do this.
Yeah.
Some people do the pink, some people do the white. We feel that obviously Chantal works with the white a lot better.
Put the product in front so you can see.
Yeah, thank you. So this is the system. One is the acrylic strengthening powder, and the other is the UV AcryGel, which you can see there. So once you've picked up a small amount of gel on your brush, you'll circulate for 8 seconds, and we do tell our students to at least do a couple of figure eights, which will allow the powder to absorb into the UV gel. If you don't allow that and you take it out, you don't get the benefits of the strengthening powder. You'll literally just be working with the gel.
Yeah.
And whilst there is no ratio as such, it is important that you allow that product to absorb into the gel to get that strengthening benefit. So on a ratio of product, you will use 2 pots of gel to 1 pot of strengthening powder. Now we do sell this in a duo. So the first time anyone's new to AcryGel, they come to purchase, you'll buy a duo. This can be clear, which will be clear powder, clear gel, pink, pink powder, pink gel, and the same with the white. And again, once they've used that gel, they will be straight back to get more gel before the powder.
Yeah.
So if you can just straighten your finger a little bit more, that's it, lovely. Just so everyone can see that. And just probably move your hand a little bit further back. Imani. That's it, lovely, thank you. French, apply the white. We do 1 layer of white. This is a really bright white, so some people love that effect. Other people prefer it just to be a little bit calmed down, but we will do that once we apply the pink. You need to pull your hand a little bit further back, please.
And it's a nice even consistency, isn't it? It's not too thick application of that first layer of white onto the nail. Absolutely, yeah, that's fine, thank you. It is, and ideally, because it is a 1 component, you're out of range a little bit. Please pull back. Sorry about that, it's just adjusting the camera for some reason. But we're kind of looking downwards, aren't we, rather than across. We all know how much hands have to move when nail teching, so it's one of those things, is that.
So we're curing now.
Yeah, now Chantal's curing that white under the UV lamp for 3 minutes, in which case you'll then bring the next. I'm going to bring over and put the pink on as well, and then move to the next one after, aren't you?
I'm going to do an infill now, so I'm just going to show you how to buff the gel down.
Okay, while we're waiting for the nail to cure, Chantal's going to show you when a client comes back in, you need to move further back, please. We can't see you very well. That's it. That's perfect there. Thank you. When your client comes back, obviously, to do an infill. Now, this will be between 2 and 3 weeks before they need to come back and have an infill. The product is such lightweight. Natural nails grow wonderful underneath. It's not heavy. So your infill is pretty easy. Less time consuming. You can, Chantal's pointing out the cuticle area that needs infilling there. So the stages will be buffing over the whole, especially the nail area where the cuticle is, where we need to put product back. But then we also go over the whole nail just to keep it nice and level. Because one thing with this system, Helena, is we don't need thick nails. Nobody likes nail enhancements to be thick. When people first start using the product, they do probably use a little bit more product. They think they need a bit more than they do. But because the strength is within the powder and the gel combined, you can have really natural looking nails. Yeah. So the product is excellent, and it does exactly, what it's needed to do. 1 component, self-leveling, no need for a base. We mentioned the top, you can use the dual sealer, which is perfect to seal in and to finish off, which we will do on the French. Minimal maintenance, we're not creating much dust at all. Once you've applied the product, and obviously working with your tools is crucial. Once you have applied your product, you don't really need to do a lot of filing or buffing over. But if you do feel that you have a few bumps or you feel it's a little bit uneven, you can go in with your file. You won't break any bonds and you'll still keep that strength there.
And what sizes does the system come in again? The pots, the powder and the UV gel?
The duos are in 28 grams. So both powder and gel 28 gram, that's the duo. This is the gel there, they're both the same size.
Yeah.
We have a 50 gram size because, again, a lot of our competent AcryGel user technicians just, they love it. So we've gone higher on size. And again, powder's just been launched for larger sizes as well. But you get about, I'd say 24 sets out of that easily.
That was my next question, thank you.
Yeah, that's 24 sets, perfect. You'll see our little product you actually use.
Yeah. If any of our watchers have any questions about application or AcryGel throughout this demo, please do ask in the comments. They are being monitored, so happy to ask them to Michelle and Chantal.
Okay, Chantal's applied the primer, allowing it to dry.
We're going for French pink, aren't we?
Yes, we're using the pink only as an overlay now rather than the French for the infill. The client just wants obviously you can use the clear or you can use that pink, which just gives that little nice natural look to the natural nail. It gives it that tinge of pink, which is great. And of course, people can wear that natural or they can apply their gel polish choice over the top after that. So it's simple application.
And the brush that Chantel's using is the AcryGel brush, which is also available on the website.
It is. We use a small brush, but we do have two sizes. This is the best, the most popular. It's purely because obviously you can get into those little areas. It's not too wide, especially when you're working down the side wall and the cuticle area. But we do have a larger one for people that have tools of personal preference, aren't they, with any technician. They're nylon, so obviously they're easy to clean. And all the brush gets cleaned within the dual prep and cleanse as well. You can keep all of that nice and clean. Always remember to cap over the edge. Ideally, once you've done that, we're ready to go. Into the UV lamp to cure for 3 minutes. And AcryGel is UV cured only, it's not LED. Ideally, we don't want to change any of the formulation because clients love this. Obviously, speeds become very important to technicians now. We do keep this. We have an LED gel, but obviously we're not going to change anything to do with AcryGel. Okay, so the white has been applied and cured. With the pink, if you just put the products in, that's it. Chantal's picked up an amount of gel required for the size of the nail, left it in the powder, circulated for 8 seconds. It does form, it looks like an acrylic bead, but it's actually not, but it has shown that there's enough powder within that to work with. And then apply, offload onto the nail, push to the cuticle, and then work down obviously to the free edge, making sure that you're leaving enough gap around the side walls not to touch any skin in the process. But the product literally does self-level. So as you're applying, sometimes people overwork thinking that they need to keep going back over. Once that product finds its level and starts to react with the light, it will self-level. And capping always at the free edge to stop any lifting. Okay. And we do one layer of white, 2 layers of pink, and we do cover, just in case anybody's wondering, over the white to take that starkness away. It doesn't camouflage it, it doesn't make it go dull. It just helps to not form any ridge that may be between the smile line and the natural nail bed.
And in terms of sculpting, what is it, kind of a salon style length, or could you work towards a stiletto or extreme shapes, or not quite?
Yeah, both of them. Chantal does quite a lot of stiletto nails, coffin style. Some people do want that crazy length, you know, the long length that people are wearing, quite fashionable now. Mm-hmm. So yes, it has the strength within, so we're not limited to how long you can actually extend. Mm. It's perfect for that.
So that's your infill?
That's the infill finish nail. Just going to take off the, one layer, take the residue away. You sometimes can go straight in and not take the induction layer off at all, but for demonstration purposes, now you're going to show again, aren't you, on there? If you feel you've got to reshape again, or obviously correct your shaping or anything like that, you can see that Chantal's going in now with the file and the white block, just a regular white sanding block. It won't affect or break any of the bonds, the cross-linked bonding at all. Very minimal work, really, isn't there?
And once you've built that foundation and you've added that strength and that support that the client may be seeking, then you can, I guess, choose to go over this with gel polish, colour, nail art, and kind of do what, it's a great sort of base system, as well as being perfect for creating French looks and natural nail looks, I guess.
Exactly. The pink and white are fantastic for doing the ombre, the trends at the moment, which are lovely, and AcryGel ombre looks amazing. So again, once the techs realise you can do it with the product, you don't have to do your gel polishes after. That's one good thing with that. It's a fantastic product to work with. Mm. Of course, we've got nude and we have an opaque pink too, for people that do want that, you know, a bit more of a cover colour pink. And
I've also seen that you've got some sparkly ones too.
We have the glitz, but again, a lot of people like to add their own glitter to it, which you can do. AcryGel's great for encapsulation. It works fantastic. We do obviously run workshops for that as well, where you can learn how to encapsulate with the gems, striping, tape, stamping. It all works really well underneath that layer. So yes.
And is this the gloss coat that's being applied now?
Yeah, finishing the prep and cleanse was used to take off the residue and any kind of dust that's created around the cuticle area as such. And then now the dual prep and cleanse, which is a UV and an LED cured, is applied liberally. You don't need a lot of that at all. Use it sparingly. Cure again for 2 minutes under UV, 90 seconds under LED if you do have a lamp at the side when people are applying gel polishes, etc. So you can use that for LED curing. Now we've come back to the infilled nail. So sorry, Chantal, the French nail now. Second application of the pink is now applied. Cuticle, pushing back, dragging down to the side walls and the free edge. Easy application, and like I said, it does self-level, so it's not a lot of work. You don't have to build in the apex or anything like that. You literally just apply the product. Cap. And cure. That's it, cure back under the UV light.
And that's for 3 minutes.
Then, up to 3 minutes, and then it obviously will finish when we come back to that one. So we're now back to the natural, to the pink. Yeah. Sorry, from my view down here, I can just see the nails as you can.
So that's the infilled nail there.
Yes, that's it. Perfect. Little, bit of a light.
Nice and shiny.
Brilliant. And that didn't take long at all. It was relatively straight. Well, it was very straightforward to do and apply. It didn't take too long. And like Chantal said, you could do a full set in around about 35, 45 minutes, something like that.
Yeah. The more you get used to the product, and it is an easy system to work with, is minimal work to do. It's an enjoyable but very easy system to work. You've just got to understand making sure you have enough strengthening powder within the gel to do what it has to do.
And can you tell us about the training that's offered while we just wait for that final cure?
We do for AcryGel, we do a beginner, we do an introductory to AcryGel, obviously, which includes everything to do with tip blending, sizing, application. But we also do a lot of conversion workshops for competent techs who already are in the industry. They don't need to understand how to apply tips, etc. So conversion is pure product knowledge, and that will help 4 hours maximum. We're offering free training at the moment when people purchase the system, which is great. We want people to understand AcryGel, enjoy it, and it's up to us to make sure that they understand all the features and benefits of it. So it is, again, the best of both worlds means that your clients that love acrylic and the ones that love gel, you're giving extra strength to the gel clients, but flexibility and clarity to the acrylic users. Long lasting.
I've just noticed on your website that there is a specific AcryGel conversion kit, and there is a beginner's kit. So I presume if they're added to the basket, if someone wants to purchase, they can come with that free training that's offered thereafter.
Yep, definitely. And today for demonstrations, obviously we want more and more people to work with AcryGel, to love the product. We'll offer lots of support. We're going to give 20% off any of the products that they do buy today, obviously through the website. Or if they don't have access, they can give us a call and place an order over the telephone. We'll accept that too. And we'll honour that for tomorrow as well, because there will be people that won't be able to watch this demonstration today. So, they can probably watch that later.
Fantastic. So we'll put details of that in the comments section of this live. So is that 20% automatically added on the website for today?
It will be, yes, it will. And ideally, one other thing, Eleanor, is if anyone does have any specific questions after that they do want to discuss further, they can please give us a call at any time. And obviously, we're more than happy to go through any stages of this and pricing and everything like that for them.
Fantastic. We'll just putting details of that in the comments, which is a great offer if anyone wants to try AcryGel and get to know the system a little bit more, and if they've been very impressed by what they've seen today.
Thank you.
So this is the French now. This is just being finished, isn't it?
It is. So both layers, the 2 layers of pink, 1 of the white, taking away the obviously dual prep and cleanse prior to the dual sealer that's about to finish the nail treatment now. And as you see, LED, UV cured, 90 seconds LED, 3 minutes for UV. Sparingly, it does put that nice shine straight on the top. Viscosity is nice and thick, so it's almost like another gel in its own right. And it just seals everything in, and it doesn't dull. You'll find that shine will be kept the whole time, even when they're coming back for maintenance and infills.
And obviously we know it varies by area, but what would you charge for a full set French?
£35 is what they're charging in the area here for the French AcryGel treatment. Again, personal preference, isn't it? But I wouldn't go any less. Time, the product, more than anything, is what you've got to consider. It depends on the technician and what they feel they can offer and what they're worth. Thank you, Chantal. So they're the duos. Just put them in place just purely now so you can see straight down for what we have. So French powder, French gel, they go together as the duo. Clear as the same, and the white. Opaque nude and opaque pink is amazing, and obviously used for ombre trends. And then the glitz. So they're your core colours and shades right now. And of course, you've got the sealer, and then just the prep and cleanse, and a primer of your choice.
Brilliant. And just offers that versatility. And you've also got a primer pen, I saw.
We do. We've had that from day one, which is purely for beginners, really. We always used to have that in our training kits for people that were just coming into the, we've trained in wholesale for many, many years. So that was always great to have that product available until people then progress on to the primer in the bottle with the bottle and the brush.
Yeah.
That's the glitter. That's the nice clear one.
You can see that sparkle on
See?
screen. Yeah.
Got that available in pink as well. That's the powder, but we
Mhm.
have one glitz gel, so we don't have different shades of glitz. It's just the one clear. But again, glitz can be used with either of the products of the other gels as well.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Chantal.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for showing us that demo.
You're welcome.
I think if anyone wants to learn more about AcryGel, then visit acrygel.co.uk, and there's that 20% discount for 2 days only. Sorry, we'll just spotlight that one. So if we could have another close-up of the nail again, sorry, just while we pin that.
Close up, please, Chantal.
Beautiful.
Yep, can you see a little bit further back, please? That's it. A little bit closer to the camera.
And that is that finished French tip and overlay.
That's good, Chantal, there. Thank you, Chantal. Is that okay, Helena?
Brilliant, lovely. Thank you very much. Fab. So also to anyone that's been watching today, if you follow AcryGel on Facebook and also on Instagram too, then you can follow the brand for all of the updates, all of the training info, and I'm sure that you two will be more than happy to answer any questions that anyone has on socials too.
Lovely.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you for showing us your demo of AcryGel, and you can also find more about it in upcoming issues of Scratch magazine too. So thanks very much, Michelle, Chantal, for that demo.
Thank you.
And we'll see you soon.
Watching. Take care.
Thank you, Helena.
Bye bye.